AIDA for indirectly putting my brother in jail and abandoning my parents? I, 25, and grew up in a house where I was basically a problem. My parents weren't the type to hit or scream. It was worse, they ignored me. Since I was a kid, I showed signs of anxiety, which eventually turned into severe depression. Whenever I asked for help, their response was always, "Stop making things up," or "You're just lazy." Meanwhile, my younger brother was the golden child. If I got good grades, it was my obligation. If he did, it was a celebration. If I was struggling, I was being dramatic. If he was sad, it was an immediate emergency. I learned early on that I couldn't count on anyone. At 18, I left home with nothing. It was hard, but I worked my way up. Eventually, I entered a field that took off. For the first time in my life, I was doing well, both financially and mentally. That's when my parents came back. Not to apologize, but because my perfect brother had scammed them. He stole their money, ran up debts in their names, and vanished. They were broken and desperate. They showed up at my door crying, saying family is everything. I listened, and I simply said no. They lost it. They called me ungrateful and claimed I only succeeded because of the tough love they gave me. Then they took it to social media. They started posting lies, saying I got rich through scams and that I had abandoned my sick parents. It started affecting my reputation, so I stopped playing nice. I gathered every screenshot, every audio, and every threat they sent me. I handed everything to a lawyer and sued them for defamation. I also tracked down evidence of my brother's crimes and gave it to the police. A few weeks later, he was found and arrested. My parents are in shock. They lost the only son they ever cared about, and they are still broke. Now they say I destroyed the family and chose revenge over love. Some relatives agree, saying I've become cold just like them. But I remember exactly what it felt like to beg for help and be treated like garbage. I didn't choose revenge. I chose to never be a victim again. So am I the AH?